Hello friends, I am dietitian Zamurrud Patel. I practice at Global Hospital Mumbai. Friends, today I will be talking to you on an important topic which is salt, or many people also talk today in terms of sodium. So this is known as a slow poison, and why it is known so? Because high intake of salt leads to high blood pressure, which leads to further many other diseases like heart disease, kidney disease. So actually the salt that you use in the table salt that we use is sodium chloride, which gives you sodium plus chloride. And sodium, you also need to understand, is a natural mineral which is present in all the foods. So it can be also added during manufacturing. A gram of salt gives 400 milligrams of sodium. So basically you need to control the total sodium of the diet when somebody has a problem. And today we are really worried because the prevalence of hypertension is seen more in children and adolescents. And that is why today when you see the guidelines given by the WHO for sodium intake, it says that you have to have less than 2 grams of sodium, that is equal to 5 grams of salt. And if children show you with blood pressure or dyslipidemia, then probably you need to reduce their intake further between 3 to 5 grams or even less than 3 grams. So that's very important today that we understand that for children you need to control the salt intake. Now, from where does this salt come? First thing, natural, because all foods that you have in your day have sodium naturally occurring. While we prepare food, we put salt, and even when we are using the preserved or the packet foods today, preservatives that are used are salts of sodium. So this is just to show you the nutritive value book, IFCT book, whether you use cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, everything, the natural sodium, that is a portion of salt, is present naturally in all the foods. And when we cook our food, we are adding a different varieties of salt. So you have the Sindhu, the Sanchal, and normally it is said that in our diets, the Indian diets, we have about 10 to 15 grams of salt per day. Now, why we are talking about children's over here? Because traditionally, if you see the finger foods that we use were natural foods. So they did not have any added salt. The natural salt sodium was okay. The natural salt was fine. Even when we made these weaning foods for the children at home, it was fine. But children today do not use these. We do not use only these weaning foods. We are using the ready processed foods for children. Even as they grow older, their choices of food is becoming more of high sodium foods, like your chips, your chaklis, your vada, samosa, bhaji, the bakery foods, even the aerated drinks, the pizzas, the burgers, the chocolates, all these contain high amount of salt. Dips and sauces, for example, even the tomato sauce that children eat, this is also very high in sodium. So definitely you need to control all these foods. And when we say to control all these foods, that means you're reducing the salt. Remember, salt prescription is highly individualized when there is a disease condition. Ideally, the recommendation is 5 grams of salt, that is 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, but if you want to measure if 1 gram of salt, you also have an option, the 1/4 teaspoon which is available. You can use this, and this, when you level and you fill salt into this is about 1 gram of salt. So 1/4 teaspoon is 1 gram of salt. Now, when you are reducing the salt intake, you can definitely improve the flavor of food by adding these foods like lime juice, kokum, tamarind, dry mango powder, tomato, even the white vinegar can be used. So these are different ways. With different recipes, you can blend these and make the food very tasty. So thank you, friends. This is all that I needed to share.